Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to understand how to add or update a Weber subscriber from new Beehive subscription. So the objective of our today's video is that as soon as a new subscription is created in my Beehive account, automatically using that details, a new subscriber should be created in my Weber account too. For this, we are going to create a connection between Beehive and a Weber. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So in Pabbly, we have the concept of trigger and action. For trigger, we are going to use Beehive, and for action, we are using a Weber. So if you also wish to learn this process step by step, follow me through the screen.
Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video we are going to learn how to add or update a Weber subscriber from Beehive subscription. So to do this, I have already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we'll open the landing page of Pabbly, you're going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to start with the automation, we are going to click on this button right over here which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to add or update a Weber subscriber from Beehive subscription. And then we are going to click on this button right over here which says create. And now it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. By this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now we are going to select our trigger application which is Beehive because I want that as soon as a new subscription is created in my Beehive account, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for Beehive and then we are going to select it. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select it as subscription created. And now it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this URL in order to create a connection between our Beehive account and our Pabbly's workflow. So first I'm going to copy this URL and then we are going to open our Beehive account. And over here you can see that this is my account. From the left sidebar we have to go on settings, and then over here you can see integration. So I'm going to open this. Over here we are going to open webhooks. And over here you can see all the webhooks that I have added. So I'm going to add a new. So I'm going to click on add endpoint. And over here it is asking me for the endpoint URL. So we are going to paste the URL we copied from our workflow. And now it is asking me for the description. So this is not the required field. So I'm going to leave it as blank. And then we are going to click on next. And over here it is asking me for the event type. So in the help desk you can see that it is saying select the event as subscription created. So I'm going to select the same. Over here you can see subscription created. So I'm going to select it. And then we are going to click on next. And then we are going to click on save. And yes, you can see webhook endpoint created successfully. So this means that we have successfully created a connection between our Beehive account and our Pabbly's workflow. So now we are going to add a subscriber to our Beehive account and check that if Pabbly captures the response or not. So over here, I'm going to add the subscriber with the help of this form. So I'm going to enter the email of my subscriber, which is demo@pabblytuts.com. And now we are going to click on this subscribe. And yes, you can see that we have successfully subscribed this. And now it is asking me for the first name and the last name. So I'm going to enter the first name as demo. And for the last name, I'm going to use it as user. And then we are going to click on submit. And yes, you can see that thank you for your submission. So this means that we have successfully created a subscriber in our Beehive account. So I'm going to open my workflow and then we are going to check that if Pabbly has captured the response of this submission or not. And yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. Over here, you can see all the details that we entered. Over here, you can see the email address. So with this, our trigger step is successful. And now we are going to move on to our action step. For our action application, we are going to select a Weber because I want that as soon as a new subscription is created in my Beehive account, automatically a subscriber should be created in a Weber too. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as add or update a subscriber. And then again we are going to click on connect. And over here you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Aweber account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection and then connect with Aweber. And as you can see that over here it is asking me for the login credentials. So I've entered it and then I'm going to click on allow access and give Pabbly all the access because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow because Pabbly is safe. And as soon as we are going to click on allow, we can see that we have successfully connected our Aweber account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the account ID. So I'm going to keep it as this only. For the list ID, I'm going to select it as new customers. And now it is asking me for some details. So I'm going to map these details. Mapping is a method by Pabbly, which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Beehive as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically our details will turn dynamic and change with every new subscription created. So I'll let you know that if I'm going to enter the email address right over here manually, like demoUser@pabblytudes.com, it will not change automatically with every new subscription created. But if I'm going to map this from the previous response, it will definitely change because my previous response will change with every new subscription created. So that's why we do mapping right over here. So I'm going to search for email right over here and then we are going to map this. And now after mapping this, we are going to move on forward and click on save and send test request. But you can see that I've left some of the field blank because these are not the required fields and I've already filled in the required fields. And now we are going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received the positive response that a new subscriber has been added to our Aweber too. So I'm going to open my Aweber account and check that if a new subscriber has been added or not. And from here we are going to go on subscribers and then all subscribers. And over here you can see demo@pabblytudes.com has been added to a Aweber account too. So this means that my workflow is successful, but I'll just test the workflow once and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So to do this, first I'm going to open my form and we are going to do another test submission. So this time for the email I'm going to enter it as testuser@pabblytudes.com. And then we are going to click on subscribe again. And yes, you can see that we have successfully subscribed. We'll just enter the first name and the last name right over here. And now you can see thank you for your submission. So this means that Beehive has sent the details of our submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow and further created a new subscriber in our Aweber too. So I'm going to open my Aweber and check that if a new subscriber has been added or not. This time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. We'll directly open our Aweber. We are going to refresh this page. And yes, you can see a new subscriber has been added here to testuser@pabblytudes.com. So this means that my workflow is successful and I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For our trigger application, we selected Beehive. Then for the trigger event, we selected subscription created. For the action application, we selected Aweber. And then for the action event, we selected add or update a subscriber because I wanted that as soon as a new subscription is created in my Beehive account, automatically my workflow should be triggered and also a subscriber should be added in my Aweber account too. And yes, we were successful with our workflow. Over here you can see the 2 subscribers I created during this video. So if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone the workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.